Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. Today's review is going to be with geometry. Okay, right now let's start out with scale factor. Remember that scale factor is it's your model to your actual. Okay, but what we're talking about here with scale factor is say you have a map. You got a legend on the map. Down in a corner usually there's going to be a measure bar, and you can measure to say a quarter of an inch, a half an inch, 5 inches, whatever that, even centimeters. It may equal a mile, 20 miles, 500 miles. In our example here, 0.25 inches equals a mile, or a quarter of an inch equals a mile. To find out, say, if you measured 3.25 inches or 3.25 inches, how many miles that would be, we could set that up down here in this ratio, in this proportion down here. We measured 3.25. We want to know how far, the x, we want to know how far that is. Our scale is right here on the map. It's a quarter of an inch, or 0.25 inches equals a mile. If you cross multiply and divide, you'll then get 0.25x is equal to 3.25. And if you divide, say 3.25 divided by 0.25, you're going to get 13. That means x, this x here, would be equal to 13 miles, according to our scale factor. Now, unique triangles. Remember, there's a couple of different ways to get a unique triangle. And what this means is if given, say, on our examples here, an angle, a side measurement, and an angle measurement, a side, an angle, and a side measurement, or 3 side measurements, the lengths, you can get a unique triangle. That means only one type of triangle, right? Because it's the only way that all the ends will meet and all the angles will work. If you're given all 3 angles and no sides, several triangles can be produced of varying sizes. So if I give you all 3 angles, but I don't tell you the length of the lines between these angles, you can draw an infinite number of triangles. But for unique, or a specific one type of a triangle, again, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, or side, side, side. And we're talking the measurements. Now the triangle inequality theorem states this. If I take 2 sides and add them up, they must be larger than the third side. So if I have a side, if I have some measurements, say 2, 3, and 4. That's my side lengths. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's larger than 4, we're good. 3 plus 4 is 7, that's larger than 2, we're good. And 2 plus 4 is larger than 3, we're good. But if hypothetically, let's say it wasn't 4. Let's say this was 6. Well, 3 plus 6 is 9, that's larger than 2, we're good. 2 plus 6 is 8, that's larger than the 3, we're good. But 2 plus 3 is 5. Is 5 larger than 6? It's not. So therefore, this set of measurements would not work. Let's talk about circles. Excuse me. All right, the circumference of a circle. Remember, the circumference of a circle is the length around a circle, or the perimeter around the circle. To get circumference, you have 2 pi r, or 2 times pi times radius. Remember 2 things. Pi equals 3.14. We round it to 3.14 because pi is infinite. Radius is what? It's half of your diameter. Okay? If you're looking at a circle, there's your center. From the center to anywhere on the edge is your radius. The line that cuts from side to side straight through the middle, that's your diameter. Area of a circle, pi r squared. Again, pi is 3.14. R is the radius. The little 2, the exponent, that's the square. What does it mean to square a number? Yeah, it means to multiply it to itself. Okay? So if that was r squared, say it was pi r squared, or 3.14 times 6 squared. You would take 6 times 6, which would give you 36, and then multiply that to the 3.14. You want to solve this first. Remember PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponent, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. You got to do the exponent before you do the multiplying. Volume of a rectangle, length times width times height. Okay? Not just a rectangle, but a cube or a prism. Surface area, you're adding all sides together, right? Remember, if you go back and you look at your notes, if you still have them, if not, you should be able to pull them from Google Classroom. Surface area is where you add the area of all sides of an object. Okay? All right, guys. Review a little bit. Try your quizzes. Try your review quizzes. If you got questions, holler at us. We'll help you. Take a look at Google Classroom. You should have notes. Okay? There should be notes and review on Google Classroom. All right. Good luck, guys.